Howdy TubeUbers, TJ Pyramid here, and I got yet another review for you. And that is of the movie Byzantium. Wonderful cover, beautiful colors on there, I love that red. This is directed by Neil Jordan, who most of you should know. And it stars Jimmer Arterton and Saoirse Ronan, Sam Riley, Johnny Lee Miller. It was written by Maura Buffini, I believe you pronounce the name. And it's from basically a play called Vampire Story. In this movie, Gemma plays Cersei's mom. And no big surprise, they're vampires. They're both really young. I think Cersei's vampire character is supposed to be like 15, 16, 17. And I think Gemma's vampire is basically like in her early 20s. Gemma's character kind of stole her way to being a vampire. And in this film, they have the mythology that the vampire is part of a brotherhood. The creature basically is part of a brotherhood, and it's all men. There's no women. And Gemma's character, who is Clara, and Cersei's character is Eleanor, have basically kind of been on the run for 200-ish years, a few hundred years, because there's supposed to be no women in this brotherhood, so they're kind of being chased. And it seems like every time they try to settle down or get something going, something happens that causes them to have to leave. There's a lot of beautiful imagery in this film. The characters are really well developed in this. The whole vampire mythology thing, you know, he kind of adds their own twist to the whole vampire mythology of, like, you know, these guys can go out in the sun, it doesn't bother them. They do still have to be invited in, which is something I've always liked in the vampire mythology. They do not have fangs, but they do, however, have these nails that when they get excited or hungry around their prey come out and they stab them in the neck and then proceed to drink the blood. There are some very good spurts of blood and gore tattered throughout this film. Some really bloody stuff in this, beheadings. Yeah. There's kind of a love story that happens between Eleanor and this boy who's recovering from leukemia. And there's also some, the Johnny Lee Miller character is a real asshole in this. And he definitely has conflicts with Gemma Arterton's character, Clara. This is a really, really, really good vampire movie. Some of my favorite vampire films are like Innocent Blood, Nausea. I'm trying to, you know, I guess with the female vampire type thing, Nausea, Innocent Blood. You know, you have the, then also, you know, I enjoy like Let Me In, Let the Right One In, the Werner Herzog Nosferatu, the original Nosferatu. But I'd say this is definitely right up there with some of my favorites. I was going to do this review last night, but this movie was so good that I just kind of let it sink in for, like, you know, overnight. The characters are just so well written. They're so believable and the actors are so believable in the roles that they play. There's a little bit more right there. But I really, really enjoyed this film. It's 118 minutes long, but like with most good films, it seemed like the time just went by really, 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 really quick. And of course, it's another one of those films. It has no audio commentary and stuff. I've been getting a lot of these films I've liked lately, and they haven't had the supplements that I want on there. All this really has is some interviews. The interviews are good, but they're just like the basic questions like, what did you think of playing your character? What do you think of vampires in today's society? Stuff like that. But this was really good. If you're a fan of vampire films, um, romantic vampire films, bloody vampire films, this is just a really good um, vampire slash gothic tell. Uh, there's just so many good little things in this that I can't even begin to describe them all. But Gemma and Cersei are just absolutely brilliant in this film. So definitely check this out. This is the IFC Films right here release. Definitely check out this film. I highly, highly recommend it. It'll be one of those that I will definitely watch again because I just fell in love with the characters in this movie. So check this out. It is well worth seeing a few different times. Comment, subscribe, and cheers.